Hello all, so I'm vlogging. My March TBR video just went up today, and a lot of you guys requested me to vlog my process this month for me reading adult fantasy. So if you don't know, for March I am reading adult fantasy. I'm out of breath because I just ran. But I thought I would do just that. So I don't know if this is going to be a weekly vlog or a 2-week vlog. I don't know. We're just going to roll with it. It's not even at the beginning of the week, so I'm already kind of breaking it up. Today's Thursday, so yeah, quite interesting. But I thought, you know what? You guys wanted to see my vlog into the foray of adult fantasy? I shall give it to you. So, as of last night, I just finished my first book of the month, and that is Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. This is highly recommended to me. Everyone always tells me that if you were, sorry, I have to watch my child, that if I was to get into adult fantasy, to read Mistborn. And I finished it, and I really enjoyed it. My camera battery died, and I don't have a backup, so we're going to switch over to my phone for just this clip. So, like I said, I just finished Mistborn. Now, my next book I'm starting is The Savior's Champion by Jenna Morishi. Hopefully I pronounced that right. I did not know this was a self-published book. I had no clue about that. There's no shame in that. I just don't read a ton of self-published books, but I've heard a lot about this on BookTube, from Murphy, from other people, so I thought, and it sounded really interesting. This is basically taking the trope of the savior, and the savior has to marry, and like there's this battle. A lot of people said it's like The Bachelor, but like with a battle, which we got into, so I don't know, another big one. It took me a full week to read Mistborn, which is not unusual because I read fantasy much slower anyway, and adult fantasy I think is going to take me even longer, so by this rate, it'll be lucky if I finish the 5 books I want to read for this entire month. I might only get to 4. I don't know, but either way, I'm going to start this one tonight, let you know what I think about it in another clip. This reading vlog, I should mention, I'm not going to do many montages a lot like my other reading vlogs unless something really notable happens. Nothing really notable is happening other than we are like really putting the actual finishing touches on getting our house ready to sell. So we've just been doing that nonstop. So yeah, I don't know what else to vlog. So this will be a true reading vlog of me just updating you guys about what I've read and maybe some book mail. Maybe a couple of montages. It's hard to say, but yeah, I'm going to try to keep it just like with reading updates only, so it's not like insanely long, and maybe if that's the case, I can keep this like a 2-week reading vlog. I'm not sure. We're going to play around with it. Let me get out of this bad quality because I keep looking here and I should be looking there. I'll talk to you guys when my camera battery is all charged up and I've read a little bit of this. Hello everyone, welcome to another baking edition with Heather and Noah. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Hi. Okay. We are baking today. Sorry, I should probably angle this higher, but I don't have a lot of other options. Today we're baking, a Pillsbury cake because it's my mom's birthday in a couple days. It's Nana's birthday, so happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. So I thought I would make her a cake. I mean, it's just going to be a simple cake. I got her that, and I got her some flowers, and I had Noah made a homemade card, and that's birthday around here right now because funds are tight. But yeah, I thought it'd be fun to color this too because her favorite color is like kind of like an aqua blue, something like that. Good job. Good job. 1. And I can always say, you know, he helped bake his Nana's cake, so that's always nice. Oh, got a lot of shell. Is that all the shell? No, there's a little piece of shell. We're gonna put blue in there. Ready? We're gonna put a couple of drops. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna put 4 in there to start out with. Ready? Watch it turn blue. Whoa, isn't that cool? I also bought some really blue icing too. This is actually called aqua blue, which is perfect. I mean, look, when you don't have a lot of funds and things like that, and you have a kid, and it's just hard to get things for parents or for other people, like, I would say, I'm putting a couple green in there just to see what it looks like. I don't know. I would say, like, baking a cake and getting them flowers and hand making them something shows, you know, that you care and that you took time. Like, I'm taking time doing this, you know. Everything's not all about money to me, especially to me, I would say. This is turning into, like, a freaking St. Patrick's Day cake, which is great because she likes St. Patrick's.
Yeah, Kate, we're gonna have a couple more blue, and I think I'm gonna cool it because I could sit here and do colors for hours. Reading update-wise, I am only 60 pages into The Savior's Champion, but I'm already really enjoying it. The plot's a lot different from what I thought it was, honestly. So I'll put the plot later when I'm not like in the kitchen in a horrible angle. But yeah, it's a lot different than what I thought it was gonna be, but I'm still enjoying it regardless. But yeah, that's all we're gonna do right now. We're gonna put this in the oven, let it bake. We're gonna let it cool.
I had to show you guys our cake. Don't mind this Snoopy right here. This is what it looks like. Nice and blue, nice and a whole bunch of sprinkles. I mean, look, looks childish, but my kid helped me make it, and he keeps pulling it every 5 seconds because, and saying happy birthday because he thinks it's his birthday or something, and he wants to eat it. I'm out of focus. I should fix that. Oh, this is already a chaotic vlog, but it is what it is. I'm sitting on my stairwell right now. I don't know. Sorry if you hear the movie Cars too. My son's watching it. I just wanted to update you guys. I am now 91 pages into The Savior's Champion. I'm really enjoying it. I will say it's definitely an adult book because it has a lot of adult language. There's a lot of really brute men that are kind of just horrible. Basically, this book is all about this world where this woman called the Savior has come and like saved the day. Like as soon as she came into the picture, she's like kind of magical and crops flourished and all of these amazing things happened. And so they've always like claimed her as the Savior. And the Savior always marries, and then she has a daughter, and then she becomes the Savior, and it just moves on down the line. So basically, so whenever the Savior turns 20, the current Savior, there is like this big tournament, and all these men enter, only 20 get chosen to actually compete. The tournament begins of who will win, and whoever wins will be the Savior's new husband. So that's what this book is all about. It follows Tobias, who does not really want to enter the competition. He does not care for the Savior. He doesn't understand why people love her so much, but he's entering it to help his family out. And then, yeah, things happen from there. That's what this book's all about. I am really enjoying it. I will say, again, it's got very adult language, like the worst words are up in here. But the plot is very fast moving. Like, I did not expect to already be 100 pages in. I just started it like today, so I'm, intrigued by that. Hopefully I can get through a good amount tonight. We'll see. A lot of things are happening this weekend. I have been moving furniture from upstairs to downstairs because we're getting new carpet all upstairs and on these stairs, and it's just a lot of work. So a lot of junk you gotta do to get your house ready for sale, and it's either way. That's my update for now. I probably won't update again tonight. I'll update tomorrow. But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I will talk more about Mistborn. I'm still trying to gather my thoughts on it and just try to figure out the plot as a whole, but I did really enjoy it. I just wanted to update you. I'm really bad at this. Like, this was a very weird angle, but oh well. Hello, everyone. It's been like 3 or 4 days since we last talked. I told you this was going to be a really sporadic reading vlog. At least I'm being honest with that. I look decent today because I just filmed, so yay, embrace that. Okay, so I think the last time I talked to you guys, I was just starting, or I was about 100 pages into The Savior's Champion. I have since finished it. I finished it a couple days ago. I did not expect to finish it that fast. Like, for this month in particular, I never really set myself like a schedule to finish books by, but this month I did because I'm reading really like big books and like intense books. So I'm like, all right, I have to finish it by this date to like, in order to fit them all in, if that makes any sense. So I wasn't really scheduled to finish this book until Wednesday, and I finished it on Sunday, I think. So I was way ahead of schedule. I think I told you what this book was. It's an adult fantasy book, but I found it very easy to be immersed in. There wasn't a lot of world building, if I'm honest with you, which could be a pro and a con about this book. For me, it was fine. I would say it's more romance-centric as far as the fantasy plot goes, which again, I don't mind. I'm a very much romance reader. I like romance and fantasy. There, I said it. That's not all the time, but I would say, like, if I read 10 fantasy books, I would like at least 6 of them to have romance. The other 4 is to be straight up plot, fantasy, depth, and all that stuff. But I'm a person that likes romance. That is just me. It's very personal. Everybody has their own opinions on it.
you'll have my kid running around. But yeah, this one is very romance heavy. It is adult for the sake of the language. There is really, really bad language in this book. Like, think the worst of the worst words they're said in this book. Overall, I would give this book a 4 out of 5. I found it to be easy engaged in, was really in love with the romance. The plot moved very quickly, very fast paced. If you're getting into adult fantasy books, I think this is a great one to start with. It looks big, it is quite large, but it's easy to fly through. I guarantee you'll fly through it, and I enjoyed it. I could see how there could be more in the series. I do feel like the ending was kind of cookie cutter in a way. That's just my opinion. But overall, I liked it. It is a self-published book, which I did not know when I bought it, but now I know. I think it was a really good self-published book. I don't read many self-published books. That could be a good or bad thing in your opinion, but I've heard this recommended a ton to me in the comments, so I picked it up and I'm glad I did. I really enjoyed it, and if she releases the second one, I will buy it. I liked it. I was invested in it. So 4 out of 5. I wouldn't give it a 5 out of 5 because I do feel like it needed more world building, honestly, and a little bit more, just more. I feel like it wasn't fantasy centric enough. I wanted maybe like, I don't know. I just didn't love it. 5 out of 5 worse, but 4 out of 5 did really enjoy. Now, I have now started into The Drowning Deep by Myra Grant. I just started this like a few days ago. I'm only 50 pages in. This is not fantasy at all, so I'm kind of breaking my rules here for fantasy month. Like, this is more horror and sci-fi, but, you know, we're just going to be reading adult fantasy, etc. for the month. This one, I'm already really invested in, and it's going over a bit my head, honestly. This one, like 7 years ago, there was this, like, entertainment company that produced all of these films. Think of like Finding Sasquatch, Finding the Loch Ness Monster. This company did a lot of those films, and they found out that there are these mermaids slash sirens, and so they sent a group of people on a boat full of like some scientists, like some news anchors, things like that, to go find these sirens and to make a movie about them. And the boat never came back. Nobody was ever found. Footage was leaked from this thing. They did find footage, but they didn't find any people. So this book's all about mermaids, sirens. Are they real? And we follow a main character named Tori, who is a marine biologist. She's loved the ocean ever since she was little.
Hi guys.
Hi guys. Her sister, say hi guys.
Hi guys.
Hi guys. Her sister was on the ship that went missing and was never to be found. So her sister, so Tori has always been investigating like the sounds of the ocean with echoes and sonars and things I can't understand because I'm not marine scientist, biologist at all. So it's going over my head in that regard. But she gets the opportunity to try to go back to this place to figure out, is this real or not? What happened to her sister? Answer she wants to know. And it is riveting. Everybody has talked about this book a lot in my comments of how much it scared them. Like, I have gotten several comments that said there's this one particular part of this book, which I don't know when, it's given people legitimate nightmares. So I don't do horror, guys. I don't do it well at all. So this is going to be really breaking out of my boundaries. It's a book that you can really get into, but there's a lot of talk about the ocean and really technical terms with Dopplers and sonars and a lot of logistics as far as that's concerned, where I like really like reading it, but I don't understand any of it. So I'm like, so it's taking me a little bit longer because I think the first half especially is just gonna be building up to if these mermaid sirens are real, like where they're at in the ocean, whales and the songs and all this kind of stuff. I don't know. So it's taking, like, I'm already really invested in it, but it's taking a slow turn. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
Hello there, it's the next day. I wasn't planning to film, but here we are. I just wanted to update you. I'm on page 163 of Into the Drowning Deep, and it just got really interesting. I think I really loved the first 50 pages of this book because it was laying groundwork, and then pages from like 50 to like 150 were kind of slow, but things just got really intense really fast, and I think it's just going to go uphill from here as far as the intense factor. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. It hasn't like for real creeped me out quite yet. I'm waiting for like 2/3 of the way through for that. But yeah, I just wanted to update you guys really quickly because this is a reading vlog. But yeah, I'm on page 160. I gotta read more because wow. Hello everyone, happy Friday. Today's Friday, so it's been a couple days since I've talked to you. Forgive me, I'm not wearing any makeup. It is what it is. I did finish Into the Drowning Deep last night by Myra Grant, and I would give it a 4 out of 5. I was really hoping this would be a 5 out of 5 for me, just because I was really enjoying it, but the ending really, I didn't like the ending at all. I don't know if a lot of people feel the same way as me or not. I'm not quite sure on that front, but the ending just, all I'll say, I don't want to spoil it obviously, it ended very abruptly, and I just felt like the ending happened so quickly. Nothing was really explained. It just, something happened and then it ended, and I was like, what? Like, I really feel like we needed a closure. So I didn't love the ending, which I think took away from me. I will say I did enjoy it. It was definitely not fantasy, so I guess I'm kind of breaking my rules here by saying I'm reading only adult fantasy a month, but whatever. I would say it's more sci-fi / horror. There were some scenes in here that were very horrific. A lot of people were telling me that there was this one scene, like 3/4 of the way through, that gave them nightmares. I read it. It didn't really scare me, which I'm surprised by, but I think it was just, you know, I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything. I don't want to explain it. I don't want to spoil anything, so I won't say it didn't frighten me as much as I thought it would. And this is coming from a really big chicken. But I'd say if you're really into the sci-fi genre and you're really interested in mermaids and sirens and things like that, I would recommend this book. I did really enjoy the mystery aspect of it, because this whole book is about trying to find these mermaids, and if they're real or not, what happened to the ship that disappeared and nobody has found their bodies of. Like, is it real? Is it not real? Did it really happen? Or is it all just a hoax? That's what this whole book is about. Like I said, the downfall I had with it was the ending. I did not love the ending at all. And it was very, you know, sci-fi-ish in the way of, it had a lot of terminology that I went over my head, honestly. I'm not super smart, especially when it comes to science. Like, I am not the best at it. So they were talking about sonars and Dopplers and talking about species and like different mammals. It was just, a lot of that sections I was like, I don't know what I'm reading. I don't understand it, but I enjoy it. So I will say that. Just know there's going to be a lot of sci-fi jargon as far as, like, you know, talking about species and all those things, like talking about the land and like the ocean and all those really particular specifics and things like that. But I overall enjoyed it, and I'm glad I read it. So I would recommend it, honestly. Just know, you know, didn't love the ending. Wasn't a huge fan of like all of the mini jargon and all the stuff I didn't understand. But would I recommend it to somebody who's trying to get into the adult genre? Yes, I would, because I think it's very easy to book to get into. Yes, you have all that sci-fi jargon, but you have a backstory about this ship that has gone missing that's keeping you really invested in. You're trying to figure out what has happened. Are these mermaids really real or not? So I would recommend it. So yeah, I'm glad I read it. It's only, what date is this? It's the 15th, so I'm doing really good. I only have 2 more books left. I have Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman, and I have In the Name of the Wind. That's it.
Bye-bye.
I don't know which one I'm going to start with. I don't know which one I'm going to read next, honestly. I think I'm just going to read the first 20 pages of each and then decide from there. So I will update you when I actually pick one. So yeah, it's going really good so far. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm missing contemporary books, like, a lot right now, just because I love those books, but I'm happy I'm stepping out of my comfort zone and trying different things. So I might end this vlog here because it might get super long, because I want to kind of do 2 vlogs, or maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll have to see. But if I am ending it here, I will have another vlog soon. Talking about my last 2 books in my adult fantasy month, but we'll have to see. Sorry this vlog's kind of but it just really wanted to focus on reading, and there's just so much going on right now. My personal life is moving and a lot of stuff. Laundry behind me. But yeah, I'll update you soon about what book I'll read next.